Ayy, yeah, I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. Yeah, I be that nigga. There you go. I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. 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 Go. Yeah, I be that nigga they looking for. Chicken and serving, I got the dough. Dropping the pad, bringing it back. Do it like that, yeah, get some more. I want some of a nigga that I don't know. Especially you look like you po-po. I'm slapping your head like you bozo. Fuck it, I'm after some more dough. Fuck it, I'm after a million. I came a long way, so I'm keeping them chilly. These niggas softer than Billy. I ran up a set, so I hate it could feel me. Bitch, you gon' ask me that really? I got a little lady, no way you can steal me. Yeah, they know what the deal is. They say I'm a bad boy, like I'm P. Diddy. They say I'm a mad boy. Not really, you rollin' with task force. You silly, you know I'ma hit your ass. You know I'ma spit your ass, nigga. I won't forget them days. Came through, had to get them K's. Pull them out, I had to switch my ways. Yeah, you know a nigga getting paid. Yeah, I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. Yeah, I be that nigga. There you go. I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. 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 I be that nigga you heard. Slide, I'm straight from the bird. Them niggas know me on the curb. I'm flipping and whipping, you know it's absurd. I know that these niggas they wishing they could be. Yeah, they wishing they was me. Yeah, but really they can't be. Yeah, I'm stacking that good cheese. I say I'm stacking them benches is blue. Niggas already know what I'ma do. I'ma come through, I might done with your boo. Yeah, nigga, I don't fuck with you. Yeah, I be that nigga they wish they could be. I be that nigga that stack that cheese. I be that nigga they looking for every time they looking nigga they can't find a G. Because I be ducked off, you already know getting my rocks off. If a nigga keep talking, I pop off. I do not give a fuck about a big boss, cause I am that. Niggas already know that I jam that. Nigga talking that shit, I'ma come through. Probably meet your ass where them cams at. Hey, niggas ain't. Yeah, I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. Yeah, I be that nigga. There you go. I be that nigga they looking for. I be that nigga. I be that nigga they looking for. 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 Go.
All right, thank you guys for coming back to No Offense. For those who watched our previous interview or who were present when we were doing the original interview with Skee the Boss, there was a interruption where Facebook believed that the music that that the video that we were playing was copywritten, and for some reason they believe, I guess, we were stealing rights from someone or doing a service to someone. As a result, they wouldn't allow the first part of the video to be shown, and we don't feel like that's a fair shake for Skee. So we're gonna go ahead and redo the interview here now, so that this can be played and broadcast, and that way you guys can get to know him. We're gonna go ahead and bring Skee in. We do have Skee with us now, and we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off. Again, we do thank you for your patience. We appreciate your loyalty, and we're gonna give you the show. So here we go. All right, Skee, we live, boss man.
What it do, man?
Man, listen, I just thank you that you were able to sit around with us again and do this, and I apologize before about, whatever Facebook's got going on, but we're not going to let that stop no show, man. It's a shame when you catch hate from even Facebook, man. They big enough, they should let us do our thing, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think they're a little I think they're a little intimidated, boss. They see how big you gonna be.
Hey, I hope they see it. They can't stop it though.
Nah, that's all. We're just gonna keep on grinding, man. That's just a part of life. So, let's go ahead and kick this thing off, man. How old are you?
29, G.
29, man. 29 years young, man. Lots of life, lots of promise left in that, man. How long did you say you been at your craft, boss?
I would say since I was a jit, man. I want to say about over 10, 15 years now.
That's what's up, man. when did you when did you when did it hit you that you were gonna go ahead and take this professionally to the
Um,
next level?
I want to say about 3, 4 years ago, maybe I learned a little bit more about the streaming process and how things go as far as the new wave and shit. You know what I'm saying? So once I got hipped on how to like start doing things the right way, that's when I actually started taking it serious.
For sure, for sure. All right. As far as your creative process works, boss man, how do you you know what I'm saying? Do you take time? Do you take time like every Tuesday, every Wednesday? I'm gonna hit the studio, or is it like on an urge basis, or how do you manage your time as far as making sure that you hit the studio to drop these hits, man?
Um, I really try to get in there whenever I can. Honestly, cause like we got our own studio or whatnot that we go to and we record and we just send the music off to other other producers or whatever to go ahead and mix and master everything. So but I mean I get in there as much as I can as I can.
And I definitely understand that, man. Just speaking of which, I want to remind you that was Skee the Boss you were listening to in the beginning. That was I Be That. And again, that is streaming on all platforms, correct? They can pick that up today.
Yes, sir. Today they can go listen to it right now as we speak.
That's for sure, man. Definitely had a nice bounce to it, man. You know what I'm saying? It definitely had a good little rhythm to it. So yeah, man, I could definitely jam out to that. Let me ask you, man. What is your motivation in times of like for example, we sometimes things happen in life where we get discouraged, such as how Facebook decided to kick us in the nuts right then. Excuse my language, but what's that motivation to keep to just shrug it off and keep it moving? You know what I'm saying?
uh Well, mostly, man, I got kids now. I got 2 girls, so they mostly my motivation. You know what I'm saying? Every day to get up, keep going, keep doing what I got to do, keep striving for better. So yeah, that's what motivates me though.
For sure, man. As long as we have those people to remember in those times, boss man, I believe you. You know what I'm saying? You'll always, like we said, just dust it off and keep pushing, man. All right. I know you said you got about 10 years in the game now. What's some things that you've learned in those 10 years that if you had a time machine, if you can go back and tell yourself, what I'm saying, do this a little different and do that a little different. What is there any knowledge you would drop to your former self?
The go ahead and to put the music out. You know what I'm saying? Cause a lot of the times I was like, I make music and I just hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Listening to it myself, the homeboys and my surrounding peers. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really like putting it out there. I was getting the love that what I'm saying you would want from what I'm saying your peers and stuff like that when it came to the music, but I ain't really too slick like put it out there like I should have. So I would definitely put that music out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different now with the streaming and everything, but back then when it was a little different, you had to really do a lot more footwork. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have just been, what I'm saying, putting it out there back then like I was really supposed to.
Yeah, I know we spoke about that before. We were talking about how back when we and you were growing up. I'm actually 29 as well, boss. Back when we were growing up, we right around, I want to say right around 2000, I believe that's when the CDs started popping out. Back then you had to you had to burn your tracks. Then you had to make sure you had enough to pass out, and then we the internet really wasn't. I'm not gonna say we wasn't capable, but people weren't really using the internet as far as streaming hadn't came along yet, where there was an online platform to distribute your music. Matter of fact, I don't even believe back then the first iPhone, not iPhone. I know the iPhone went out, but the iPod. We still had the metal iPods. You remember them things, man?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could, man. You can get stomped. You can get beat. I hate to say it. You can get jumped, but your iPhone would work. You know what I'm saying? It might be scratched up, beat, but it will work. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you drop an iPod, it might break, splatter in a million pieces, whatever. But back then, you know what I'm saying? That iPod was the strongest thing moving. That thing was tough as a tank, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, let me ask you, man. Have you done any live performances at this point?
I done did a couple performances. I ain't did too many. I did a couple in Tampa and a couple in the city, but I ain't really did too many. G.
For sure, man. I know we was asking before. do you remember how it felt when right when they call your name before you went on the stage, when you actually took the stage and performed your show, and then how it felt when you actually left the stage? Can you describe that for us, boss man?
Well, as far as my first performance and getting on the stage, it was a little what's the word I'm looking for? I was a little spooked a little bit, what I'm saying, for the first time. But when you get up, that's because it's different than performing in front of your friends and spitting your shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And so when you get in front of somebody who ain't heard your music and they hearing it for the first time, and you know what I'm saying, it was a spooky experience. You know what I'm saying? But as far as at the end, you know what I'm saying, when you get that embrace and everybody like it, you know what I'm saying, they like how you perform, they feel it, and you know what I'm saying, they feel good. So, you know what I'm saying, as far as that, yeah, I definitely liked it though.
For sure. Let me ask you: did everything go as you expected it to go prior to you taking the stage the first time, or was there anything that happened a little differently than you imagined it could happen when you took the stage?
Yeah, I mean, not knowing if anybody gonna like it, you know what I'm saying, and not knowing how the people gonna react to it, but you know what I'm saying, it ended up being a good experience, you know what I'm saying, better than the outcome that I was expecting.
For sure, for sure. All right, all right. Let me ask you, man. Everybody at the peak of their career hopes to be considered, one of the greats. Who are some of the people that you believe influenced your style of delivery, or who are some of the people that you might have listened to growing up that convinced you to get into the game?
I listened to a lot of Gucci. I listened to a lot of Boosie, Lil Wayne. I listened to a lot of I said Boosie, Lil Wayne. I listened to a lot of Tupac too, a little Biggie here and there. But a lot of the new faces, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as that was coming up, 10, 15 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I was really influenced by them. And I listened to a lot of their music, so
For sure, for sure.
pretty much.
Yeah, man, hip hop was definitely in a different place as far as back then. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'm not saying it was in a better place or a worse place. It was just in a different place. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely evolved since then. Um, before we actually showed the video as far as you doing a collaboration with, shout out to what's his name? I'm sorry,
Prince Millie.
Prince Millie. Man, my bad. Yeah, shout out to Prince
Yeah.
Millie, definitely, man. And for those of you that didn't get to hear this song for whatever reason, man, you definitely need to go check it out. What was the name of it, boss man, so they can check it out? It is on YouTube, correct?
Yeah, it's on YouTube as well. Pat Touchdown. You can catch it on Spotify as well too, and all streaming plat.
It was definitely a whole vibe, man. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all,
I appreciate
we're not gonna try to show it again here and give Facebook another run for their money, but
that.
definitely make sure after this video, man, y'all go check it out, man. Run them views up for my boy. He definitely did his thing on it. Uh, Let me ask you, man, because like that collaboration did so well. You know what I'm saying? Are you open to doing collabs with other artists, or if so, what do they have to have in hand? You know what I'm saying? If you would even consider it, or what needs to be right as far as the environment?
I mean, I don't mind looking into it. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a vibe thing when it comes to collabing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can set something up, but like I said, if it ain't done, then you know what I'm saying. It's it'd be a waste of time. So yeah, it's definitely a vibe thing. But I'm open to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking into it, but I definitely open to it though.
For sure, for sure. Let me ask you, if you could do a collab with any artist, dead or alive, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how many artists are on the track. Just if you could build your dream track with any artist, dead or alive, who would you have on the track with you, boss?
Shit, I would definitely have um shit, Gucci, of course, Jeezy. I do something with Boosie, Lil Wayne. I do something with all them boys. Really, like, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's snapping and doing their own little thing in their own little way. So getting with different people, it'll bring a different vibe about you. So yeah, I would definitely I wouldn't mind doing no song with them boys.
So okay, okay. Here goes the no offense banger, boss man. Let's say you wake up tomorrow, that phone rings. It's the best call of your career, not just where you are now, but just your whole career as far as your lifetime of doing the music. Tell me who's on the phone and how that conversation goes.
Um, Shit. It'll probably be it'll probably be either Jip calling me or Stacks, MF Bliss, either one of them boys calling me, you know what I'm saying, hey man, it's time to get up and go, my boy. You know what I'm saying? All the hard work we done put in, it's time. You know what I'm saying? So shit, out of them three boys there, you know what I'm saying? That's the cause mostly, you know what I'm saying, I do a lot of work with them, so shit, that'll definitely be something I look forward to.
I was about to say, now that's K Fan. That is MF Bliss and MF Stacks, correct?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Shout out to them boys, man. We've also done work with them. We've got interviews with them. We haven't been able to get them on a live interview, but hopefully that'll be coming soon. We do have an audio interview with them that is streaming on all platforms, man. You guys can check that out, definitely. Shout out to them boys. Y'all making some music down there, man. Y'all know what y'all doing. I mean,
Appreciate it.
for sure, man. Let me ask. Let's see. Actually, now that I think about it, I think you did answer this question. We're gonna go ahead and kick to the on the couch questions, boss man. These again are going to be questions that are going to get to know you as a person. I know a lot of times we get to relate to you through your music, and you know we relate to that based on our vibes in life and what's going on, the kind of mood that we're trying to get in at this time. But these are going to get to know you as a person. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask, again, this is the question with the introduction. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me nothing. I don't want to get subpoenaed. I don't want to have to print no shirts. I don't want to have your homeboys come out, waving the flag outside of jail. Just let me know something that's radio ready. You know what I'm saying? Radio ready. That you can say on the air that ain't going to get you arrested or indicted. You know what I'm saying? What's the craziest thing you ever done, and would you do it again?
Craziest thing I've done, man. Shit, I would say, oh man, I guess I could call myself a little jack boy back in the day, a little piece, man. So I done had my share of that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing I'm proud of, or that I would do again. But you know what I'm saying? I done had my little share of that there. So
I understand, man. I think we don't all had I think we all got some things we don't really want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? not as adults.
Yeah, definitely.
Not as adults, just coming through the ranks. So, nah, man, I definitely understand that, man, for sure. So let me ask you, as far as right now in your life, what do you consider to be the biggest mistake that you've overcome, and what did it teach you?
The biggest mistake I've overcome, man, was probably, man, was probably carrying a weapon without being licensed to carry one, man. That was probably a big mistake right there, to be honest with you, man. Shit, I should have got myself legit before I decided to carry it. You feel me? But that was back when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, man, it's like you said, man. We get older, we learn things. So I understand, man, exactly where you're coming from, especially how the times be, man. So
yeah, back then, you know what I'm saying? Nigga just thinking about just having it. Nigga not thinking about, legitly having it. It's just having it right there. Yeah, man. Should have just took the time to get legit to where you can have it and not have to worry about being bothered and pulled over, and now you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you going to jail about some fire that you ain't even, you know what I'm saying, you ain't even supposed to have. You feel me? So
for sure.
Yeah, I wish I would have known that back then.
Hey, man, like I said, we all coming through the range, man. The biggest thing is the fact that you learn, man. Because unfortunately in life, some people have to go through the same lessons multiple times before they actually learn the lesson. So the fact that you was able to reach that conclusion and move forward, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, let me ask you, man, what's something you can't go a day without doing?
Man, I smoke every day, man. Multiple times a day, bro. Like, I gotta have me a nice joint of that Thrax put in the air a couple times a day, man.
For sure, man. I think we spoke on that other all gas, no brakes, man. It's gotta be that pressure, man. Gotta be that pressure.
Yes, sir.
All right. What's What? Who would you say is your favorite historical figure? Now, this could be anybody who ever walked the earth. This could be anybody from an athlete to a celebrity to even a local mentor. Who is your favorite historical figure?
Um, I would say Michael Jordan, man. He accomplished a lot, you know what I'm saying, being in the NBA and as far as outside of the NBA, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot of things going on other than just shoes and basketball, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of other people too, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm just gonna go with that for right now, you know what I'm saying? MJ.
Definitely, definitely, man. He's a perfect example of what hard work can pay off. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that there aren't people who have the talent of MJ because everybody don't get that break. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that if you know anything about his story, Michael Jordan didn't start off as the best shot. Matter of fact, he didn't even make the high school basketball team his first time around. He had to practice. He had to put in the work. But the work that he did put off
Yeah,
led to the legacy. You know what I'm saying? That the number
yes
23.
sir.
It's definitely an honor to put that on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just not a legacy we taking lightly, and I can definitely see how that applies to your life and as far as what you do. So, um, what are some of your own personal goals, boss man, that you want to cross off in the next 5 years, man?
Definitely want to get this music thing going and popping, you know what I'm saying? Get my music out there a little more. You know what I'm saying? Got a couple personal things as far as like my credit, you know what I'm saying? Get my credit back straight. And maybe even start looking into like owning some properties and stuff like that. So, so those are my goals for the next couple of years.
For sure, man. Definitely grown man's things, man, that you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I commend you for that, man.
I
Um,
appreciate it.
no problem, man. What's a food that you could not live without, or a dish that you could not live without? We ain't got to limit it to just one item, but what's something what I'm saying? If you had to eat it for the rest of your life, you'd be perfectly okay with
Chicken, man. If I could fry some chicken, man, I'd be straight.
it. I think we was talking about that before, man. Yeah, where I'm at here, like I said, I'm originally a Florida boy. I'm from out of the Florida, man. So if you know what I'm saying, the fact that I'm in Texas now, if somebody would have told me in the airport before I got on the ramp to go on the plane, there wasn't no Publix over here. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't no Boston Market. You know what I'm saying? If they would let a brother know that, I wouldn't have took off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you know what I'm saying. My wife is over here, so I love her dearly. It ain't that, but to get some of that home chicken, bro. That's 1,000 some miles away. So definitely something I took for granted. So I'm right there with you, my man. I'll be right there with you on that bird neck. You heard me? They done for. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
if your life was a movie or a book, what would the title be to it?
I would definitely probably name it after myself, man. I don't know if I would go with my government name or would go with my musical name, but I'll probably just name it right after myself, man. The life of me, shit.
For sure. Okay. If you can, at this point, because you are still going up, going up as far as the ladder, you know what I'm saying? If you could open a show for any artist, you know what I'm saying, of your choice, while you're on the way to the top, who would you love to open up for?
Um, shit. It'd be nice to open up for shit. Open up, man. Uh, maybe like a shit, like a Boosie maybe or money bag, Kevin Gates, um, should I open up for anybody who popping? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of good musical artists out there, so I ain't too particular. Like, I ain't gonna open up for this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, the opportunity came for me, I'm gonna hop on it. You know what I'm saying? So,
So that's actually a two-part question because the other side of that question is with that you know what I'm saying, the energy that you provide to hype that artist up. Let's let what the roles will reverse. You know what I'm saying? If you're the headline, who would you want to bring that energy to open up for you?
um, like as far as any a particular person, I mean, uh, anybody. I mean, that's you know what I'm saying, really doing their thing and taking music serious. But I mean, I guess like a Ride Wave, or you know what I'm saying, or a Moot Boy. Some of the local people. I definitely fuck with a lot of local people too. Like that's really trying to do their thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Gotcha. Out of your extensive library of songs, my man, what's your favorite? What's your personal favorite of yours?
my personal favorite song. Oh man, it actually ain't even out to be honest with you. But as far as what's out right now, um, I be that. I personally like I be that. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, I put two verses on that song. Because a lot of my songs, if anybody ever go really listen to them, you know what I'm saying, it's just one verse. You know what I'm saying? It's hook verse hook. So you know that's the only song where I got actually two verses in there, and I'm shouting out the city and everything like that. So and I'm basically speaking on myself. You know what I'm saying? Or probably my past in somewhat. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say I'm actually really like I chill like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I would definitely say I be that because that's speaking on me, definitely.
For sure, man. If there's one message that you can give to your fans, man, what would that be?
I would definitely tell them that, man. You know, definitely check my music out. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of this music thing, you know what I'm saying, kind of built off a lot of popularity, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, you know, you take the chance to just really come listen. You feel me? You gonna really feel where I'm coming from, or you know what I'm saying, depending on you know what I'm saying how your life is and what you got going on. But yeah, I would definitely tell them just give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? Me and the squad, we snapping. You feel me? So
Hey man, I can definitely vouch for that, man. I can definitely vouch for that. Y'all in for a treat, so make sure that you put it in your library. And again, Skee, how can these people follow you? Make sure that make sure they put you in the library. Make sure they support your career. Follow up on you, to make sure they can see if any shows coming up. How can they get that information, boss?
well, you can follow me on Instagram on Ski. Look up Ski the Boss on Instagram. I got my Facebook, Ski the Boss, everything Ski the Boss. You know what I'm saying? Whatever music you like it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you listen to your music on streaming wise, you know I be on that too. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, Apple Music, any kind of music. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that too. So just yeah, definitely but definitely I'm definitely active on Instagram mostly. So if you want to contact me directly, definitely from Instagram.
So for sure. And what's the tag at Instagram? Is it Skee the Boss?
Yeah, Ski the Boss. Everything Ski the Boss. Ski underscore DA underscore boss. Ski the Boss.
For sure, for sure. All right. Um, if in the future, because I always say this, man, I definitely know that we have stars coming on the show. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's on their way up. So you gotta understand the schedule gets busy, and the more that you put out, the more shows that you do, the less time that you're gonna have. So if time permits, and we're able to contact you again, we're able to schedule something. Would you be willing to come back on the show and talk about your journey from now until then and what's changed?
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. And I have a lot more lined up and shit going on for you by that time. You know what I'm saying? A lot more content for you to check out. So and hopefully we ain't got to worry about this mishap on the video again. You know what I'm
Man, listen, I know,
saying?
I know everybody who hits this show is gonna be that big that Facebook gonna kick they self. You know what I'm saying, for even stopping the flow when they could have been a part of something bigger. So man, I definitely want to give hats off to you, Skee, man. Definitely for your patience as far as your understanding as far as what's going on today. And I thank you again for coming to sit down with us and giving the giving the audience a show and the time to get to know you and the time to get to know your music, boss, man. I
I
definitely.
appreciate you having me.
Hey, the pleasure is all mine. Again, I can't do what I do if it wasn't for you, my man. So we definitely wish you much success, dude. Much love, and we hope to see you soon, boss man.
All right, appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you. All right, guys. We definitely appreciate you guys for sticking around with us and for giving us your time. It was definitely more time than expected, but it's still appreciated nonetheless. Uh, all of our artists, I believe everybody that we work with deserves to be heard, deserves to get on here and introduce themselves properly through their music and their artwork to the world. So we appreciate you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch. And again, as always, we're going to leave you with with another selection from his extensive library. This is Skee the Boss, 7-Eleven. And again, thank you for tuning in. No offense. God bless.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. I'ma keep it coming, I'ma keep it coming. Gas bag, so you smell it same. Gas bag, I ain't selling nothing. What I'm smoking on, got me choking on. I'ma keep it coming, I'ma keep it coming. Gas bag, so you smell it same. Gas bag, I ain't selling nothing. What I'm smoking on, got me choking on. Yeah. What I'm smoking on, he got me choking on. And I be hella gone. You already know me, I be in the zone. For my city, you know I be putting on. Even when I ain't home. Don't even call my phone, tryna fuck with me now. Luckily, I know some people. Stay with that set, let it go look cheaper. If you ain't no rock, can I teach it? Cause I ain't a teacher and I ain't gon' teach it. Stay with that set, boy, got plenty of reefer. Selling you nothing but guaranteed. I keep that gas. Saying you got it, but you on that track. I'm on exotic, grab shit out the bag. You are not in my class. Sliding, I'm moving too fast. Flying, I look at the past. Sit back and puff till I pass. Sit back and take me to drag. Look how they jacking my swag. Man, they wishing they had no flag, I'm telling you that. I'ma keep it coming, I'ma keep it coming. Gas bag, so you smell it same. Gas bag, I ain't selling nothing. What I'm smoking on, got me choking on. I'ma keep it coming, I'ma keep it coming. Gas bag, so you smell it same. Gas bag, I ain't selling nothing. What I'm smoking on, got me choking on. Yeah.
What I'm smoking on, you ain't smoking on. It's that presidential, this was POTUS on. Yeah, I'm getting cheese, yeah, that provolone. Bigger picture, what I focus on. Go and get the money, then I'm going home. I'm a hot nigga, but it's ice on. I'm trying to make it look like it was snowing. No, I'm the hardest nigga coming out my city, but I'm pretty sure that they know it though. I see they hating now, so I know it's on. I'm on that late night, just like Cohen on. I was serving late night with the 30. I ain't had no worries. Stack it up for a purpose. In the hoop, they on lurking. Rolling up, I'm swerving. No bitch with me, she slurping. No, I ain't buying no purses.
I'ma keep it coming, I'ma keep it coming. Gas bag, so you smell it same. Gas bag, I ain't selling nothing. What I'm smoking on, got me choking on. I'ma keep it coming, I'ma keep it coming. Gas bag, so you smell it same.